So drugs are obtained from mineral sources also, or inorganic substances like iron, example ferrous salts, magnesium sulfate, then lithium salts. Here we can see there are different drugs which are obtained from the mineral, or you can say the inorganic substances. Hi, welcome to my channel Pharm Talk with Imran. So today's topic is, so here we are going to deal with the basic concept of pharmacology. So in this video we are going to focus on these topics, that is introduction to pharmacology, definition of pharmacology, what is drug, then what are the different sources of drug, then what are the different branches of pharmacology. So let us start the video. So first, what is the definition of pharmacology? So pharmacology, it is a branch of science that deals with the study of the drugs and their effects on the living system. So when any drug is get interacted with the living system, so it is going to produce some effect. It is going to produce some effect. So the study of this effect is called as pharmacology. So here is the proper definition of the drug. So drug is any substance which when administered to a living system or living organism, it produces a change in its normal physiological function. For example, when we give antihypertensive drug, so what is the effect of this drug? It decreases the blood pressure. So blood pressure, it is a normal physiological function, but due to administration of antihypertensive drug, it will decreases the blood pressure. So blood pressure, it is nothing but it is the lateral pressure which is exerted by the blood on the inner walls of the blood vessels. So that is a normal physiological process. So when we are going to administer any antihypertensive drug, it is going to affect the blood pressure. Similarly, body temperature. So when there is a fever, there is an increase in the temperature of the body. So when we give any antipyretic drug like paracetamol, so it is going to reduce the elevated body temperature. Means it has some action on the body, that is called as drug. So it has a capacity to alter the normal physiological functions of the body. Then a drug may be used not only in the treatment but also in case of diagnosis, in case of prevention and modification of the disease. So example for the drugs are paracetamol is there, insulin is there, amoxicillin is there, atropine is there, and their effect is also differ from each other. So they comes under different categories. Now what is the different sources of drug? What are the different sources of the drugs? So the drugs can be obtained from different sources like natural sources and as well as synthetic sources. So natural sources, especially it includes plants. For example, morphine, it is obtained, and atropine and digoxin, they are obtained from the plant sources. And animal sources, here some drugs are obtained from the animal sources like heparin is obtained, then insulin, then they are obtained from different animals. Then mineral sources. So drugs are obtained from mineral sources also, or inorganic substances like iron, example ferrous salts, magnesium sulfate, then lithium salts. Here we can see there are different drugs which are obtained from the mineral, or you can say the inorganic substances. Then microbial sources. Some drugs are obtained from the microbes. Example, penicillin, then streptomycin. Then synthetic sources. So these drugs are produced by chemical synthesis in the laboratories. They are truly man-made, or there is no natural occurring process here. For example, paracetamol is there, sulfonamides is there, then aspirin. Many drugs are there which are obtained from the synthesis in the laboratories like paracetamol and sulfonamides. Then biotechnology or recombinant sources, drugs produced using genetic engineering and biotechnology. Example, recombinant human insulin, then monoclonal antibodies, then recombinant vaccines. So here in the image we can see recombinant human insulin is there, monoclonal antibodies are there, then recombinant vaccines are there. Now finally, the branches of pharmacology. Pharmacology, it is not only one branch, it has many branches. Here we can see the different branches. The first one is General Pharmacology. It involves the study of general principles like drug action, mechanism and effects. Then pharmacodynamics. It is the study of biochemical and physiological effects of the drugs and their mechanisms. Then pharmacokinetics means where the drug is going to absorb in the body, where the drug is going to distribute in the body, where the drug is going to metabolize, and where the drug is going to excrete from the body. And clinical pharmacology. It mainly deals with the study of effects of the drug in human and their use in the therapy. And systemic pharmacology, the study of the drugs which are acting on the specific systems or organs in the body. Then molecular pharmacology, so the study of the drug and its actions at the molecular level or genetic level. Then toxicology, it is the study of the harmful effects of the drugs and chemicals and their management. Then pharmacognosy, it is a different thing, that is, it is the study of the natural sources including plants, animals and minerals. There are some questions which are GPAT type or MCQ type. Here, for example, a researcher observed that drug X is rapidly absorbed and metabolized in the liver and excreted through kidneys. This study primarily belongs to which type? Whether pharmacodynamics, pharmacokinetics, pharmacognosy or toxicology. So mainly this study deals with this branch, that is pharmacokinetics. Then a drug binds to a receptor and produces biological response So this study is called as or belongs to which field? That is, whether it belongs to pharmacokinetics or dynamics or pharmacognosy or pharmaceutics. It mainly belongs to pharmacodynamics. Then which pair is correctly matched? Pharmacokinetic, what drug does to the body. Pharmacodynamics, what body does to the drug. Pharmacokinetics, ADME. Pharmacognosy, drug toxicity. Answer is C, that is pharmacokinetics, that is ADME. Which sequence correctly represents major process studied in pharmacokinetics? Drug receptor response, absorption, distribution, metabolism, excretion, binding, activation, response, toxicology, diagnosis, treatment, recovery and excretion. So which sequence is correctly represented here? Answer is B, that is absorption, distribution, metabolism and excretion. Then pharmacodynamics deals with the effects which are produced by the drug. Reason, pharmacodynamics describes the interaction of the drugs with their targets and resulting in the biological response. Both A and R, these statements are true and R correctly explains A. Option B, both A and R are true but R does not explain A. Option C, A is true, R is false. Option D, A is false, R is true. What is the answer? Answer A, that is both A and R are true and R correctly explains A. Then match the following: pharmacokinetics, pharmacodynamics, toxicology, pharmacognosy. So pharmacokinetics mainly